And
This is a welcome verdict by the Supreme Court bench, and it's a unanimous verdict, and therefore it is historic. That what we had maintained from day one, and amongst the major political parties, CPIM is the only party that refused to accept electoral bonds, because we have always considered this as a scheme that legalizes political corruption. And if we want to cleanse our system and our democracy to actually reflect people's opinion and verdict, then these sort of corrupting influences should be eliminated. That was the contention of my petition to the court, which all the points that were raised in our petition have been upheld by the court. And we are glad that this has happened, and also glad that they've asked for all the details by March to be made public or given to the Election Commission, and that would be public, and that would also enable us to understand a term that the Supreme Court also used in this judgment of the possibilities of a quid pro quo. Who gave this money to the ruling party, and in return what was given to them? And that is, we know, that is the sort of deal making that has been going on, and how this money was used, not for election purposes, but for actually horse trading, buying up people from other parties, and collecting all the corrupt people from all across the political stream into the BJP. This money was used, and this is the party that claims that it has got zero tolerance to corruption. But they are the collection of all corrupt people in the political spectrum of India today. And they have indulged in this legal route for political corruption. So we are satisfied that our petition has been upheld by the court, along with others, and that this will have a long-standing impact on the steps to be taken further to cleanse our system. And also, the Supreme Court has struck down the amendment to the Companies Act. That is a very important element, because when that amendment was moved, I remember that I was in the Parliament then. There was a heated debate between me and the then Finance Minister, late Mr. Arun Jaitley, saying that you are opening the floodgates for money laundering by this amendment. Earlier, the law was that corporates can donate, after 3 years of profit making, a certain percentage of their profits to the political parties. The amendment brought in says that they can donate unlimited, which means shell companies can be opened, black money can be laundered through those companies, and unlimited donation to political parties. That is money laundering, converting black into white. So that route has also been stopped, and that is also a welcome measure. So we think overall this has been a historic verdict by the Supreme Court bench.
What will
wondered
be
how will
the
this
short-time
affect
impact or
some
the
of
Lok Sabha election is coming?
I think people, they have various other means of collecting money, and the ruling party is an expert in that, and expert in misusing that money for anti-democratic purposes. But as far as the elections are there and the funding comes, I mean, it's legally allowed today to accept corporate funds, except that they all had to be declared. Parties like ours, we don't accept corporate funding. We believe corporate funding must be put an end to. But corporates must fund to strengthen our democracy. So their fund should be kept for utilizing as a state funding of elections, like it happens in many advanced democracies like Germany and other countries today. There's a state funding of elections. I mean, there's a method. We always argued for that sort of a reform. But that is, I mean, no other party is in favor of that, because they don't, I mean, they want to continue with the illegal benefits that they receive from the present system. But immediately on the forthcoming Lok Sabha elections, I don't think this will have any impact on funding for political parties, because they can legally accept funding and declare what they've funded. But the illegal route, so to speak, of the election one, that being scrapped, that is a big exposure of the present ruling BJP.
Can you say distribute the illegal money to all political parties for the election? Because MLA already told in Kerala.
No, that money once is exposed must be put in some sort of a fund for introducing a system of state funding of elections.
Yeah.
That is what we need to clean our system properly.
Only one political party, CPM, also fights in this case. What is the intention the first time? Because the scenario was different.
No, because the Supreme Court had accepted, the Chief Justice is on record, asking our counsel, Mr. Shadan Farasat, who argued very well, saying that what is your locus standi? You're a political party. You can accept electoral bonds. But he said our locus standi is that we are the only political party that has not accepted.
Mark for credibility.
So that is our locus standi, since we have not accepted and we want this scrapped. This is not healthy for our democracy. And that's how we were allowed under our petition. All the contentions that we made in our petition have all been upheld by the court.
But Congress sent the money through this bond.
Yeah, the Congress, all other parties, major parties have all collected. I mean, though very small amount compared to what the BJP collected. But they all accepted this route. But we did not. So that is our locus standi.
Comrade, so do you think that by March 13th, it will be clear that who are the influences of the government?
I hope so. That's what, I mean, what we have always been not merely suspecting, but we know for a fact, but there is no legal proof. Now that will come in front. Who is given how much and what were the quid pro quo and the deal making that was involved. That will go a long way in beginning to clean our system.
Congratulations for this fight.